Hello students, a very warm welcome to you all for Vista's learning. This is Karthik, your maths tutor, heartily welcoming you all to today's session. Delivering quality education is our motto. So students, in the previous class, what we had seen? We had seen the synopsis of linear inequalities. So in today's class, we'll be solving the NCERT important questions of whatever synopsis we have covered in the previous class. Okay, so we'll be doing the important questions only. So before we start with today's session of solving NCERT exercise problems, let us have a very quick recap what we have seen in the previous class or what we have learned in the previous class. So after looking at the recap, we'll be starting with the NCERT questions. Right? So let us begin today's session. Okay. So the very first thing, okay, so let us begin with the recap here. So in the recap, what we had seen, how to plot a graph. So the very first step what you have to do is convert the given inequality into an equation. Once that is converted, find out the values of x and y. So once you have found out the values of x and y, substitute x is equal to 0, get the value of y. Similarly, substitute y is equal to 0 and get the value of x. So this is what you have to do. So then you'll be getting the coordinates. From those coordinates, you have to plot the graph, and that is the graphical solution of the given inequality. The same thing, exercise 6.2 will be starting of NCERT. All right. So let's have a recap, then start with the exercise. Beginning. So as you can see the graph here. Okay, just a second. Yes. Okay. So you see the graph here, students. So what is the graph showing here? Okay. So you see the graph here. Here, what is the value of x? See, this is the point through which this line is passing, right? Correct. So see, this is 0. This point will be 1. Okay. This point will be 2. And this point will be 3. And so on 4. So this will be 5 and 6. So what is the graph written here? The graph written here is x is equal to 2. Understood? X is equal to 2. So you take any point on this line. So you take this line. What is x equal to? X is equal to 2. You take this point. What is x equal to here? X is again equal to 2. Understanding? So when x is equal to 2, so look at the pattern of the line here. What is the pattern of the line? The pattern of the line is solid. Okay. The pattern of the line is solid. So what you have to remember here is whenever you're getting an equal to symbol, the line must always be solid. Okay. So what about lesser than and greater than symbol? I'll be telling you in the next slide. Okay, moving on to the next one. See here. So this is also x is equal to 3 if you see. So this is 0, right? So this point will be equal to 1. This point will be equal to, this is 2. Okay, this will be 3. But now you observe the line here. It is dash. It is not continuous, students. It is not solid. Okay, we can tell it is not continuous because there are some gaps, right? So you see here, it is a white here. So again, there is a white here. Correct. It is not continuous. So what would be the and? It is, so now if you take this point, this portion is shaded, right? This portion is shaded with the black color. So what is this point here, students? What is the value of x? X is equal to 4. You take this point. What is the value of x? X is equal to 5. You take this point. What is the value of x? X is equal to 6. Understanding? So this graph is representing x is greater than 2. Understanding? See, x is greater than 2 means except x is equal to 2. X can also be equal to how much? X can also be equal to 2.00000001. This is also x is greater than 2, right? So that is why, sorry, this is 3 students. As I took it as 2, this is 3. See here, x is equal to 3. So x is greater than 3, right? 3.000001 is also greater than 3. So except x is equal to 3 means x is not equal to 3, but x is equal to all the values which are greater than 3. So that is why the shaded portion. At x is not equal to 3, right? So it is greater than 3. That is why we are putting a dotted line or a dashed line or a non-continuous line. In the previous, it was a continuous line. See, solid or continuous line. Here it is dashed or dotted, or it is a non-continuous line. Okay, where x is greater than 3. Moving on to the next one. So this is greater than function. Okay, moving on to the next one. In the next graph, if you see, again we have put a dash, which means it is not equal to 3 and it is lesser than, right? So see that this time if you take the shaded portion, if you take this value, what is the value of x? X is equal to 2. If you take this point, what is the value of x? X is equal to minus 2. Understanding? So here, what is the equation of the graph? The equation of the graph is x is lesser than 2. Okay, x is lesser than 2. So x is lesser than 2 means x can be equal to 1.999999 and so on. So again this is 3. Okay, so this is 3 and this is, we'll write 2. So see this point? This point is 3 here. Okay, x is lesser than 3. So x can be 2.99999. That is all right. But x cannot be equal to 3. Why? Because this graph is representing x is lesser than 3. Okay, because see we have put a dotted line, right? Dotted means we have to exclude that value. Understanding? Dotted means we have to exclude that value. If it is a solid line, then we have to include that value. So that is why the very first graph what we saw was x is equal to 3. The next graph we saw is x is greater than 3. This graph what we are seeing here right now on the screen, this is x is lesser than 3. Understanding? So these are the graphical solutions. This is what we have seen in the previous class, the synopsis. Moving on to the next one. So see this one, students. It is shaded on the right side, which is denoting that x is greater than 3, correct? X is greater than 3. And you also see the line is solid. It is not dashed or dotted. So here the equation of the line will be x is greater than or equal to 3. Whenever you see a solid line or whenever you see a continuous line, you have to understand that x is equal to 3 here. If there is a dotted line, then x is not equal to 3. X is either greater than or lesser than 3. So I have shown you the graphs also. The same thing we have doing here. So x is greater than 3 or equal to 3. So now you can take this value. What is the value of this? 3. You can take this value as well. What is the value of this? 4. You can take this value as well. The value of x is equal to 5. And here it is 6. Understanding? So this is x is greater than or equal to 3. Moving on to the next graph. See this? Again a solid line. Correct? A solid line is written here. 1 second. It is a small technical problem. Give me a second. Yeah. So here x is equal to 3 again. Correct? This point is 3 on x-axis. Now you have a solid line which indicates that you are including 3 and the values are shaded on the left side, which means x is lesser than or equal to 3. Why am I writing this equal to symbol? Very simple, because it is equal to 3. If it is a dotted, if it is only x is lesser than 3, then instead of the solid line or a continuous line, you have to plot a dotted line or discontinuous line. Understanding? So this is only the recap. So once again, we'll see all the slides together from the very beginning. X is equal to 3 only, no greater than, no lesser than, only one solid line. That's it. Next, x is greater than 3. It is not equal to. Understanding? So that is why we are putting a non-continuous line there. Next, x is lesser than 3, but it is not equal to 3. That is why we shaded the left portion with a dotted line, means we are not including 3. Next one, x is greater than or equal to 3. We are including 3 as well as the values higher than 3. So you see a solid line and the right side portion is shaded. Moving on to the next one. X is lesser than or equal to 3 means we are including 3 and also the values lesser than 3. So this is what we have seen in the recap. So in today's class, what we'll be doing is, we'll be starting with the important problems of exercise 6.2. And the very first problem which we are going to do is third question. So let us read the question here, understand it, and plot the, so graphically we have to, show this diagram, means the solution. All right. So see this. Solve the given inequality in two-dimensional plane. Two-dimensional plane is nothing but x-axis and y-axis, as you can see on the screen here. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay. What is the given inequality? So step number 1, students, what you have to write? Write the given inequality in form of an equation. So what is that? It will become 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. So this is step number 1. What is step number 2? Find out x and y. Or you can also see, you can find out both x and y. Or if you don't want to find two things, then there is another simple thing what you can do. That is only you can find out what is y. Okay. So from the equation, what is y, students? Y will be equal to 12 minus 3x, the whole divided by 4. Okay. If you only find out this much, that is also fine. So once you find out what is y, now draw a table. Step number 3. Draw a table that is x and y. All right. So now put x is equal to 0. When you put x is equal to 0, what is the value of y? The value of y is 3. So in this equation, substitute x is equal to 0. What will happen? This term will become 0. Once this term becomes 0, what is remaining, students? 12 by 4. So 4 3s is 12, right? So y is equal to 3. Similarly, put y is equal to 0 now. Okay, similarly put y is equal to 0. So in this place you put 0. Cross multiply. Okay, 4 into 0 will also become equal to 0. Take this minus 3x on this side. It will become plus 3x. X will be equal to, x will be equal to 4. So only 2 points are enough. So what are the coordinates we got here? Now we got 0, 3 and another coordinate which we got is 4, 0. These both points we have to plot on the graph. So plot it 0, 3, x is 0, y is 3. So that will somewhere come here. Correct? This coordinate is nothing but 0, 3. Alright. Next, what coordinate we have? 4, 0. X is equal to 4, y is equal to 0. So see this, x is equal to 4 here and y is equal to 0. This coordinate is 4, 0. Now have a look at the inequality, students. Now step number 4, have a look at the inequality. They are telling equal to and lesser than. Equal to means what? If in a linear inequality, if you see a equal to symbol, always draw a solid line. Do not draw a dotted line. If there is no equal to symbol, then draw a dotted line. Understood? Now here we have equal to, see here. Here we have a equal to, right? So draw a solid line, join these both points like this. Okay? Extend this line and extend this line here also. Now it is lesser than, right? 3x plus 4y is lesser than or equal to 12. So you have to find the values of x and y such that it is always lesser than or equal to 12. So now this is the portion which we have to shade. Okay, this is the portion which we have to shade, including the line. Okay, I have drawn a solid line because there is a equal to. Here any value you can take. Okay, let us take this value here. Okay, any value you can take. I'm just taking some random point. Okay, so what is this point, students? This point is nothing but minus 6, 2. So substitute these values in this inequality and check whether this is lesser than or equal to 2. It will definitely be lesser than 12. Alright, it will be definitely lesser than 12. So understood how do we plot this graph? So first convert the linear inequality into an equation. Once you convert that, find out the value of y. Once you find out the value of y, the third point is draw the table. Okay, initial values, x is equal to 0, find out what is y. Y is equal to 0, find out what is x. From this you will be getting two coordinates. Plot those two coordinates on the graph. Once those 2 points you get it on the graph, join those 2 points with a straight line. Now while drawing the straight line, you have to have a look at the inequality. If the inequality is consisting of only lesser than or greater than, then you have to draw a dotted line or a non-continuous line. If in the inequality there is an equal to symbol, then you have to draw a solid line or a continuous line. Now they are telling lesser than, so all the values below the line are the values which will satisfy this given inequality. So the graph what you're seeing on the screen, this is the graphical solution of the linear inequality. Alright, so this is question number 1. You can make a note of this, take a screenshot, pause the video. Any doubts here, you can always comment in the comment section. We'll be clarifying your doubts. All right, moving on to the next question. Next important question under the same exercise 6.3. All right, so the next question. Exercise 6.2, question number 4. Solve the given inequality in two-dimensional plane. So what is two-dimensional plane again? X-axis and the y-axis. All right. So what is the very first step, students? Write the inequality in the form of an equation. So that will give us y plus 8 equals 2x. All right. What is the second step? Find out what is y. Send 8 on that side. So you will be getting y is equal to 2x minus 8. Two steps are done. What is third step? Write down the table. X, y. Okay. Put the value of x as 0. See what are you getting the y as? So if this is 0 here, 2 into 0 is 0. So y will be equal to how much? Minus 8. Correct. Okay. Now put y is equal to 0. So put y is equal to 0 now. If you put y is equal to 0, that minus 8 will go on that side. So that will become 2 1s are 2 4s are, x will be equal to 4. What are the points we got from here? The points which we got are 0 comma minus 8 and 4 comma 0. These are the points which we got from the given inequality after converting into an equation. Now what we have to do? We have to plot these points. All right. So plotting the points. So here we have the two-dimensional plane again. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Plot the very first point. 0 comma minus 8. X is 0. Y is minus 8. Minus means what? It is going down. Okay. So see here. X is 0. Y is minus 8. So this is the very first point. So you can write here the coordinate 0 comma minus 8. Understood? Now seeing the next point or the next coordinate, that is 4 comma 0. So x is 4, y is 0. So this will be the next point, 4 comma 0. All right. Now join these 2 points with a straight line. Now before joining with a straight line, check out the inequality, whether equal to symbol is there or not. So you can see a equal to symbol here, right? So how should the line be? The line must be continuous. Good. So now draw a straight line between these both points like this. Okay. So students, here I am drawing freehand. Okay. I am drawing with a freehand. In your exam, what you have to do is, if they ask the graphical solution of an inequality, you will be given a graph. Okay. You have to locate the points while drawing the straight line, check out the inequality and draw it with a scale. Always. Okay. And also you have to mention the scale. Draw it with the scale. That scale is a geometrical instrument. What this scale, what I'm talking about is the unit. So here, the scale here will be equal to like this. For x-axis, okay, scale here will be like this. For x-axis, 1 unit. Okay, just have a look at the graph. This is 1 unit. 1 unit is equal to how many centimeters you see? That is equal to 2 centimeters. Similarly for y-axis, what is 1 unit? Check out for y-axis. So here again it is 2. Correct? Right, again 2 centimeters. All right. So we got the points minus 8 comma 0 and 4 comma 0. Join it with a straight line. Why straight line? Because it is equal to given here. Okay, so we have to draw a continuous straight line. So like this. Okay, and they're telling greater than, right? Y plus 8 is greater than 2x. So all these values greater than, all these values are the values of x. So this is the graphical solution. Understanding? All right. So y plus 8 is greater than or equal to 2x. Moving on to the next question. Same exercise 6.2, question number 6. Solve the given inequality in two-dimensional plane. So what is a two-dimensional plane again? X-axis and y-axis. The very first step, convert the given inequality into an equation. So equation means what? You have to replace the inequality sign with equals to. So here we have 2x minus 3y equals to 6. All right. Step number 2, find out what is y from the equation. So here y will be equal to, so this minus 3y will go here, 6 will come on this side. So it will become 2x minus 6 the whole divided by y we're finding out, right? 3. So this is the value of y. Once you get the value of y, what is the third step? Write down the table of x and y. So this is x and this is y. Okay, you put x is equal to 0. What is y? Y is equal to minus 2. You put y is equal to 0 now. What is x? X will be equal to 3. So what are the points we got here? 0 comma minus 2 and 3 comma 0. Now let us take the graph. Plot these points on the graph. 0 comma minus 2. So x is 0, y is minus 2. So that will come here. So this is 0 comma minus 2. 0 comma minus 2. Alright. Now the next point 3 comma 0, x is 3. So 3 is coming here, right? X is 3 and y is 0. So this point we will call it as 3 comma 0. 2 points we got from the given inequality. Join these both lines. But now before joining the points, before joining the points with a line, have a look at the inequality. Do you find equal to symbol here? Equal to symbol is not there. So how should the line be? Yes, the line must be non-continuous. Okay, it should not be continuous, it should be non-continuous, or it should be dotted, or a dashed line you have to use. So keep a straight, take a scale, okay. So start joining these both points with a dotted line, like this. Okay, with the dotted line. Which means what? We are not including this line. Greater than 6. So greater than 6 is all these, this is the shaded portion here. Okay, whatever you can see here, this is the shaded portion. So this is the graphical solution of the given inequality. Understanding? Moving on to the next question of the same exercise. Question number 8. Solve the given inequality in two-dimensional plane, and there is a inequality given. What is the very first step? We have to convert the given inequality into an equation. So that is nothing but 3y minus 5x is equal to 30. Step number 1 is done. What is step number 2? Find out what is y from the given equation. So this equation we got right. From here you have to find out what is y. So y will be equal to 30 plus 5x, the whole divided by 3. Understanding? This 5x will go on that side, it will become plus 5x. Send 3 also on that side, we'll be getting what is the value of y. So once we get the value of y, what we have to do in the next step? We have to find out, or we have to draw a table here, students. So the table is written like this, x, y. Okay. Initially put the value of x as 0. What is the value of y then? 10. Correct? If this becomes 0, 30 divided by 3, 3 ones are, 3 tens are. Alright. Moving on to the next one. Put y is equal to 0 now. So if you put y is equal to 0, cross multiply this 3, that will become 0 again. Send this 5x on that side, it will become minus 5x, or 30 you can send it on that side. Okay. Send 30 on that side, it will become minus 30, x will be equal to minus 6. So what are the points we got from here? The very first point is 0 comma 10 and the next point is minus 6 comma 0. Now what we have to do once we got the points, we have to plot the points on the graph. So two-dimensional plane, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So students, in each and every graph, okay, what you have to do is you have to write the scale. So if you see all the graphs here, for all the graphs whichever I have taken in this presentation, x-axis is equal to 1 unit, which is equal to 2 centimeters. And y-axis also equal to 1 unit, which is equal to 2 centimeters. Alright, so writing the scale is very important. If you forget to write the scale, you will be losing 1 mark. So please do write the scale without forgetting. Okay, moving on. We'll just plot these points. X is 0, y is 10, right? So x is 0, y is 10, that is this point. Correct? So 0 comma 10. Next, x is minus 6 and y is 0. So x is here, so this is that point. X is equal to minus 6 and y is equal to 0. This is the another point. Now join these both points, but before joining, have a look at the inequality. Do we have an equal to symbol here? No. Correct, we have a lesser than symbol. So you have to join these points with a dotted line or a non-continuous line like this. Okay, and it is telling lesser than 30, right? Lesser than 30. So this part, okay, will be the shaded region. Now just to check which part should be the shaded region, what you have to do is, so you have shaded this region, right? So take any point on this region. So let us take this point. See this point? This point let us take. What is the value of, what are the coordinates of this point? The coordinate of this point is 8 comma minus 6. So substitute these values in the place of x and y. Check whether it is lesser than or greater than 30. It will always be lesser than 30. So this portion, okay, is the graphical solution of the given inequality. So same steps we are following, students, for all the questions from the very beginning. Okay, moving on to the next question. I think this is the last question of exercise 6.2. So with this question, we'll be finishing exercise 6.2. In our next class, we'll be starting with the synopsis of the next topic. All right. So have a look at this question. Solve the given inequality in two-dimensional plane again, x-axis and y-axis. And they have given x is greater than -3. So this is very similar to whatever we have seen in the recap, right? Correct? Whatever we have seen in the recap, this is very similar. So x is greater than -3, right? So we'll take a two-dimensional plane now. So that is nothing but x-axis and y-axis. Locate where is -3? -3 is somewhere here. Correct? This is x is equal to -3. Now it is greater than, right? So no equal to symbol. So then what? So only one point we got. Where is another point y? Y is not given in inequality. So it is greater than and there is no equal to symbol. So draw a dotted line like this. Dotted line. Here also we'll draw the dotted line. X is greater than -3. So this will be the shaded portion. So right after this line, from this point only, this is the shaded portion. Okay. So this is the graphical solution of the given linear inequality. Okay. So with this, we have come to an end of exercise 6.2 of NCERT. So in the next class, we'll be starting with the next part of the synopsis, followed by the NCERT problems again. So we'll be finishing that as soon as possible. So for today, we'll be stopping the class here. Thank you for joining the session. I hope you like the session. Please do subscribe and tune with Vista's learning. Thank you so much.